Ugh, ads are such poop. Subscribe to Acast Plus now to skip ads and more for just $1 a month. Click the link in our show notes to learn how. And hey, we're on Patreon too. Your support helps cover the cost of running a podcast. For $2 a month, you can get early access to all our episodes ad-free, plus bonus episodes exclusive to Patreon subscribers only. Visit patreon.com/sacrilegious discourse to sign up now. Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
I'm husband.
And I'm wife.
Together, we're reading the Bible for the very first time.
We grew up without religion and wanted to know what all the fuss was about.
Well, what have we learned so far?
That God is a dick, and apparently some people believe in talking donkeys?
We're not trying to pass ourselves off as experts.
Nope, we're just reading the Bible for the first time and giving our first take reaction.
If you'd like to join us in this venture, you might consider starting at episode 1.
Otherwise, jump in wherever you like.
All right, let's go read the Bible.
Yeah, let's get to it. Husband!
Wife!
Do you remember what happened yesterday?
It seems to me that Nehemiah went on and on about how great God was and how shitty his people were.
Actually, it was Ezra.
Oh, Ezra did.
I'm sorry. Nehemiah's book, yes.
Got it.
Yes, so I understand the confusion.
Yeah, the whole thing, even with the clarification, quote unquote, that we did on Saturday's Q&A, it still confuses the hell out of me.
Yep,
so.
But it was Ezra. He was like, oh, God is so great, and oh, we suck so much.
Got it.
That was pretty much it.
Okay. So that was Nehemiah chapter 9.
Sure as fuck was.
And today we're going to be reading
Nehemiah chapter 10.
All right, let's go do this.
Okie dokie. Okay, Nehemiah chapter 10, but I'm starting at the end of chapter 9 because the section starts there.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
So here's the last sentence of chapter 9. In view of all this, we are making a binding agreement, putting it in writing, and our leaders, our Levites, and our priests are affixing their seals to it.
Okay. Yep.
Now we're moving on to chapter 10.
All right.
Those who sealed it were, and now I'm going to name a bunch of names. Ready?
How many Israelites does it take to seal a thing? An envelope?
Seal?
Yeah.
To seal a seal.
We're about to get the answer.
Yes. Nehemiah the governor, the son of Hekeliah, Zedekiah, Sariah, Azariah, Jeremiah, Pashur, Amariah, Milkijah, Hattush, Shebaniah, Maluk, Harim, Meremoth, Obadiah, Daniel, Ginnathon, Baruch, Meshulam, Abijah, Mijamin, Maziah, Bilgai, and Shemaiah.
Is that
These
it?
were just the priests.
Hold on. That was just the priests?
That was just the priests.
Well, so far we got, I think it was 18.
18 priests.
All right, so 18 priests and yeah.
Now we're going to do the Levites.
Okay, now the Levites.
Okay.
Yep.
Jeshua, son of Azaniah, Binnui of the sons of Henadad, Kadmiel, and their associates. Shebaniah, Hodiah, Kalida, Pelaiah, Hanan, Micah, Rehab, Hashabiah, Zakur, Sherebiah, Shebaniah, Hodiah, Bani, and Beninu.
We got 16 there. So 16 plus 18, that's like 20, 30, 34. 34. So that's the answer.
Okay.
Just in case anybody cared.
No, because there's more.
Shit.
Yeah, the leaders
I'm
going
to stop counting now because I don't really care that much.
Yeah.
But it took a lot of fucking people to seal this envelope.
Mm-hmm.
Or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah. It's scroll.
Scroll.
Seal the scroll.
This is a very large effort.
Well, here we go. The leaders of the people. Parash, Pathoth Moab, Elam, Zatu, Bani, Asgad, Bebai, Adoniah, Bigvai, Adin, Ader, Hezekiah, Azer, Hodiah, Hashum, Bezai, Harif, Anathoth, Nebai, Magpiosh,
Jesus Christ,
Meshulam, Hazir, Meshezabel, Zadok, Jaddua, Pelatiah, Hanan, Ananiah.
The Bible endeavors to answer the question, can an entire chapter be filled with names and nothing but?
Yes, and the answer is yes. Hoshea, Hananiah, Heshub, Helahesh, Yon, Milkshake, Pilla, Shobek, Shoes and Socks, Rehum,
What?
Hashabnah, Worcestershire Sauce, Messiah. I'm doing some callbacks.
Okay.
Mascara,
Yeah.
Ahiah, Hanan, Anan, Malak, Malisk,
Uh,
Elephant, Harem, and Bana.
okay. I don't care about these people.
I don't either, but we have to read all of them to be able to say
Yeah,
we
read the Bible. No, I know.
Okay?
I just, these are rough.
Yeah, that was some names, okay?
Plus, I'm trying to quit smoking this week, so for real.
For real. You
And,
got this, babe.
This is a little rough. Like the names just kill me.
I know. You got this, though. You're
got
doing
it.
good.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of the people, priests, Levites, gatekeepers, musicians, temple servants, and all who separated themselves from the neighboring peoples for the sake of the law of God, together with their wives and all their sons and daughters who are able to understand, all these now join their fellow Israelites, the nobles, and bind themselves with a curse and an oath to follow the law of God given through Moses, the servant of God, and to obey carefully all the commands, regulations, and decrees of the Lord our God.
Wait, they were bound together by a curse?
A curse and an oath.
Okay.
A curse and an oath.
Okay.
I need to know more about those words.
Right? Yeah.
Why are you bound to God with a curse and an oath?
That's weird.
We promise, they continue, not to give our daughters in marriage to the peoples around us.
Because you don't want that commingling shit.
No commingle babies. Or take their daughters for our sons. Yeah, we don't want no commingle babies.
Yeah.
When the neighboring peoples bring merchandise or grain to sell on the Sabbath, we will not buy from them on the Sabbath or on any holy day. Fuck those guys.
Yeah.
Every 7th year, we will forego working the land and will cancel all debts. Boom. Back to the old days.
There you go. We're going right back to it.
Mm-hmm. We assume the responsibility for carrying out the commands to give 1/3 of a shekel each year for the service of the house of our God, for the bread set out on the table, for the regular grain offerings and burnt offerings, for the offerings on the Sabbaths, at the new moon feasts, and at the appointed festivals.
Yeah.
For the holy offerings, for sin offerings, to make atonement for Israel, and for all the duties of the house of our God. You said duties.
You said duties.
Mm-hmm. We, the priests, the Levites, and the people, have cast lots to determine when each of our families is to bring to the house of our God at set times each year a contribution of wood to burn on the altar of the Lord our God, as it is written in the law. We also assume responsibility for bringing to the house of the Lord each year the first fruits of our crop and of every fruit tree.
I mean, it sounds like they're kind of hearkening back to some of the Levitical laws here.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
It's kind of cool, actually.
Right.
I mean, except for the xenophobia and racism, and still with the slavery and the
right. Yeah.
sexist ownership
of
women.
There's all that.
Right.
But I mean, I'm just saying, like, they haven't completely, like, the storyline of the Bible, you know, is coming back around to that Levitical law.
Right.
When it had been forgotten for so many chapters, books, whatever.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. As it is also written in the law, we will bring the firstborn of our sons and of our cattle, of our herds and of our flocks to the house of our God, to the priests ministering there. Moreover, we will bring to the storerooms of the house of our God, to the priests, the first of our ground meal, of our grain offerings, of the fruit of all our trees, and of our new wine and olive oil. And we will bring a tithe of our crops to the Levites, for it is the Levites who collect the tithes in all the towns where we work.
Well, good. Now that they've solidified the pay structure for the priests, they can start building a community again.
A priest descended from Aaron is to accompany the Levites when they receive the tithes, and the Levites are to bring 1/10 of the tithes up to the house of our God, to the storerooms of the treasury. The people of Israel, including the Levites, are to bring their contributions of grain, new wine, and olive oil to the storerooms, where the articles for the sanctuary and for the ministering priests, the gatekeepers, and the musicians are also kept. We will not neglect the house of our God. The end.
Okay. Yeah.
Buh. I guess not.
I didn't. There wasn't a whole lot to comment on that. I mean, like, there's a big shit ton of names, and yep, they're doing these things, and they're tithing, and they're
like you said, going back to the Levitical
going back
law.
to Levitical law. Yeah, and there's a lot of this isn't really story driven. They're just like, and they did this, and they did that, and like, okay, and that took this many hundreds of people to write a fucking scroll.
Right.
Okay. Sounds exciting.
Awesome.
All right. Anyway.
Very excited to be back under the original intent of God or whatever.
Yeah, right. Well, at least, Nehemiah is.
Yeah.
And Ezra. So,
yes.
Or whatever the case may be.
Whoever the chronicler is.
Right. All right. Well, that was Nehemiah chapter 10.
Sure as fuck was.
And tomorrow we'll be back with
Nehemiah chapter 11.
All right. We'll see you guys then.
Bye.
Bye. Hey, wife. I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my God. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep, we have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegiousdiscourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe. Leave an Apple review. Join us on Twitter. Support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.